This video is going to serve as a way for you to get the information about the wind turbine project that we will be doing the week of November 29th through December 3rd. This will serve as your MT3 assessment, so this is a pretty large project. So just make sure that you listen carefully to the explanation I'm about to give, and you reach out to me if you have any questions. So first of all, this is going to be a group project. You and your partner, your assigned partner, will be sharing a packet, so you'll need to write both of your names right here. It says alternative energy, the introduction, has been a hot topic in the last few years. We have seen more and more wind turbines and wind farms implemented to shift our main use of energy from non-renewable sources to renewable sources of energy. Remember, a non-renewable source of energy is something that we cannot make more of. There is a certain amount of this type of energy, and once it's depleted or used, there is not a way to create more for our use. So examples of those would be coal, natural gas, oil, and then if you remember, we talked about that nuclear energy as well. A renewable resource is a source of energy that can be easily replenished. In other words, we can create more within our lifetime, or there is constantly more around. So for example, that would be like solar, wind, water currents, biomass, living energy like wood, etc. So just a little background information. The problem is that most of our energy consumption today comes from non-renewable sources. So for example, we fill our cars up for oil. Most of our electricity comes from coal. This is a problem because eventually we're going to hit a point when we run out of these sources. So for this problem, we have to have a solution. We have to start becoming creative and shift energy sources to renewable. One idea that is very popular is wind turbines. Wind turbines have many different shapes and sizes. And if you remember, or maybe you've seen wind turbines on Interstate, what would that be, 90? Like when you're heading east, if you're going to Minneapolis, there's always quite a few there. Or we also showed a short video in class to show you what they look like. So, what is your task? You are going to be designing a wind turbine that has to lift 10 pennies off of the ground with only power from the wind. These pennies have to be lifted at least 20 centimeters from the ground. 20 centimeters is just under 8 inches. Before you design your wind turbine, you have to know some of the limitations of your wind turbine design. So, for the first thing you need to know is that your wind source is the fan in the back of our classroom. You will be able to position the wind turbine at any distance from the fan. You are going to get 25 play dollars, and you can only use the materials presented on the following pages. So you can't bring in things from home. You'll have to purchase each of your materials. So you are limited on your finances. The first job of a designer is to research designs that you think are going to work best. So on the following page, there is an organizer set up to help you figure out your research. So there are two types of wind turbines, a vertical axis turbine and a horizontal axis turbine. You are going to research each type of turbine with your partner and draw pictures of each in the box. Notice you need to draw 2 vertical axis turbines and you need to draw 2 horizontal axis turbines. After you have drawn them, there are 4 questions for you to answer. What are some advantages of a horizontal axis wind turbine? What are some disadvantages of a horizontal axis wind turbine? And then I also want you to answer what are some advantages and disadvantages of vertical axis wind turbines. When you go, or when you're planning with your partner about what you are going to use to build your turbine, you need to keep this in mind. You have $25 to spend. Right here, there is a table of the supplies available and the cost. Remember though, the only source of wind you're going to get is a box fan. So with your partner, you will discuss whether you want to construct a horizontal or a vertical axis wind turbine. You are going to write a paragraph explaining why you think this axis, vertical or horizontal, is the best. You have to give 3 reasons in your paragraph about why you think this is a good plan. So if you look here, popsicle stick. One popsicle stick is $1. A rubber band is $1. A straw, $1. A block of clay, $1. A piece of string that's 30 centimeters long, $1. A little Dixie cup, $1.50. Paper, $1. Bamboo skewers, $1. And then you have unlimited tape. You're going to draw a picture, a sketch of what you imagine your wind turbine to look like. You need to label each of the supplies that you're using and make sure the picture is detailed. It doesn't have to look like an amazing drawing, but I do need to be able to tell exactly how you plan to construct it. To help you keep track of your money, you're going to write your materials that you're planning to use here, the price. Quantity means how many of each. So if you write popsicle stick, you're going to write that you want 2. Your total price would be $2. At the end, we will test your wind turbine to see if it was successful, and then you will have these questions that you will be answering. There are 7 of them, I believe, 7, about your wind turbine, if it was successful or not. So again, remember, you have all week to do this. Today, Monday, is kind of the explanation day, and you'll learn your partners. Tuesday, you're going to start working on page 2. Wednesday, you're going to work on pages 3 and maybe even 4 if you can get there. And then Thursday, you're going to be building and buying your supplies. And then Friday is when your proposals will be due, and we'll test them out. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this makes sense. Have a good day.